Hey everyone, I'm not quite done talking about Owen because I'm just going to talk about her sculpt because I absolutely love her sculpt and like every part of how she was sculpted. Um, I'm actually going to start off with her modification. Her original owner had sounded down her eyelids because Souldoll Tiffee, the mold actually has quite thick overhanging eyelids, which is great. I love how that looks. I've seen unmodified Tiffee. There used to be one in my city, so that was an awesome thing. Like, I knew the owner, and it was like, yeah, you would look at our two dolls, and it was like, if you were looking at the eyes, you would never guess it was the same sculpt. But I like how the fact that they're sanded down makes her eyes look bigger. It also makes it a lot easier for light to light up her eyes. I love her big ears. And of course my camera glare is making it so you can't see, but they're extremely detailed with very thick, they're very thick and very detailed. She has a rounded down nose. She has really thin lips, which are so nice. I even like her collarbone is beautiful. She actually, her body looks like such a great, like, young teenager, like, you're partway through puberty, like, it's a girl she's got breasts, and she's getting her hips, and she's getting curves, but she isn't quite there, so it still is kind of more so it, like, when you look at her hands, like, her hands are more childish, they're actually really wide, and I love, like, she's got really good mobility in her wrist. Let's see if I can pull this up a little. I love actually even just how Souldoll did all of her joints. Don't think you can tell. But, like, they made it so that, like, when the elbow bends, like, there's a bit of a lip, which is, like, the point of your elbow. One of my other cool things that I always liked about her was you could actually feel two of her ribs, so, like, you know, I don't know, it was weird. I love that her tummy goes out. I'm so sorry, I'm, like, stripping you. Her calves have this wonderful rounded shape to them. Her feet are, like, the most adorable feet I've ever seen. They're really rounded and beautifully sculpted, and the only thing is she has trouble standing in her bare feet because they are so rounded and arched. But it's absolutely beautiful. I even love how they did her head plate. Here, I'll show you, not the head plate, but I just took off one of her socks so I can show her feet. And I know I have pictures online of her feet. Kind of make it out. They did a great job with the nails. So you see the rounded feet. And actually her original owner had blushed her. Okay, so this is what I mean by the head plate. The head plate that Souldoll is now using is actually a very nice small oval with the Souldoll butterfly, and also says Souldoll. But this, I guess, was the original one, and has this fancy gothic script, and it's golden, it's square, and it's quite firmly, can you see that profile? Quite firmly like indented into the resin. I cannot imagine this thing ever popping out. And it actually has her sculpt name and her mold number. So Alwyn here was the 7th Tiffee they ever made and sold, which is a really low number. I have no clue how many Tiffies were made. All I know is when I entered the hobby, they were very popular. Definitely very popular. Her sculpt was released in, must have been 2005, and my sister got her in 2006, and I got her in 2008. So Alwyn's an older doll. And you know what? Even though she's single jointed, there's just so much I love about her sculpt and about how natural all of her poses look. I just love her. When I say she poses very naturally, Blair is also single jointed, but I don't know if it's just how Souldoll got the proportions differently or how Alwyn holds the poses differently, but they tend to look more natural, I find. Yeah. So, that's it. Bye, everyone.